trying to get this video up for quite some time, but I've had technical issues. Now that I've got those figured out, we can get back to making these videos and getting them put out in a more timely manner, more consistent, you know. In this video, we're on the Adelaide Street Circuit in the GT4 Mustang. I've done a handful of races here to prepare for an endurance race. I did 2 attempts for the endurance race as well. So let's get right into it. So here's my first race. Now, I did say we were at Adelaide, but my first race that I did in this car was at Sebring. So I'm going to do a quick, we're just going to have a quick look at it. We're not going to really go over the whole race. It's not the most eventful, but I qualified in 10th place, and I was 2 seconds off, or almost 2 seconds off from first place. Quite a few people qualified, more than 10 cars, I'll tell you that. So I didn't qualify the slowest, but I'm definitely not faster than the faster guys. My I rating is only around 700 or a little under, but I still was slow. I don't care if they had 3,000 I rating in the front, because the strength of field had a wide range. I should be quicker. But you know, here's some of the highlights, here's some of the lowlights, and here's just basically me learning to drive this car. Now, on the first lap, that's one of your best opportunities to make up positions. Despite the tires being cold, brakes being cold and whatnot, everyone's close together in a tight pack, so you can maybe go for a move if someone wants to brake too early. Sounded a little harder than it was. Just a little left tap. 0x. Got a little battle going into turn 1. Really lost the car back there. Don't worry about him. He is of no concern to us. He was never any competition. That Mustang goes off. We move up. So now we're up to P9, and we've got a car we need to chase down. I don't remember whether or not we really could, especially going wide like that. It's not the best way to race. You already hear a car right on our tail. But he loses a car. Oh, a little too excited. Yep, it's another one in the wall. There's some breathing room. Here we go through the final corner. I'm wide. Very wide. And I'm going to lose a position, I think. Of course, using all the track on the exit. And we're still good. But he's taking... Oh, excuse me. He's taking a look inside. But he can't get it to go. We're too beautiful. We're just too beautiful. But here we are a lap later. Kind of like the same scenario. We're side by side, but he's made his way further up. And he's around the outside. And he's actually got the move made. Not sure if he can hold on to it though. He's got a better exit. Stuck outside, and I lose another position. There I am, 2 cars back. You would think I completely lost out on the position, but I take a big look inside. Contact. It's coming out of the corner. They were door banging. Some would even say this move's a little dirty, but if you look, I left the space. Or he left the space. I used all the apex And the contact was light, and nobody got messed up for it. It's just good hard racing. That's all it is. So got a great exit. Going defensive. Completely overcooks that corner. And now that battle with him is over with. Coming on to lap 5, I'm in P9. So I have gained, I've gained 1 position in this race. Qualified 10th. I'm in P9. It's positive, but I did lose out to that Mustang up ahead. Now, a few laps later, here's the final lap of the race. Look at this car battling with me for the last lap. Battling for 9th place. I gotta go defensive again.
Right on.
Trying to stick it in the corner. Didn't go wide this time. Coming around, I use all the track down to the line, and we hold on to our position. Now that's my first race in the car. Not my best race in the car, right? But it was a learning experience. Alright, here's my qualifying lap around the Adelaide Street Circuit for a 2-hour endurance race. This race, it went away, I'll say that, right? It was interesting because I got into an incident with another driver. We're going to call him Timmy. And Timmy thought he wasn't at fault for an accident. Another car that already was in the pits from an incident getting repairs, he looked at the incident. He was like, no, dude, you're at fault, right? Because he goes for a dive bomb. And I'm going to show you the clip, of course. But he goes for a dive bomb, and it kind of just... It was the start of the end of our race, because we had serious damage. And then after I got the damage fixed, I come out of the pits, and I think I just immediately wrecked on the cold tires, and I had to collect myself and learn from the mistake, right? Not come out hot in the pits, and try better to avoid incidents. Some incidences are unavoidable, right? Like, it's not your fault, which I can also show you one of those. But we tried our best. We tried our best. And it's important that you know with these races, with these videos, it's not just a script, right? Like some people make videos nowadays, right? Like I get on iRacing and I race and I have to do my best to succeed. And it's not easy. And I'm going to show you me losing. I have to show you the losses, the lows, because that's what make the highs even matter. So you know it doesn't come to me easily. It doesn't come to me free. Like I have to earn the wins. I have to earn the safety rating. And it doesn't happen. Nothing in life happens just because you want it to, right? You have to earn it. If you can't earn it, then it just doesn't happen. You have to make it happen, okay? And that's important going through these videos, right? It's important for me, right? I couldn't even get a video out, like I said at the beginning of the video, that, you know, I wanted to get a video out sooner because of my technical difficulties. Here's a clip of me having those technical difficulties preventing me from making any content and getting any video out. Alright, here we are on the first lap on the 2-hour endurance race on the Adelaide Street Circuit. I qualified 3rd in class, and it's GT4s and LMP3s. It's not as many LMP3s as GT4s, but it doesn't matter. It's still multi-class. You need to be careful. And we're on the first lap. We got a long race ahead of us. Now, with this much of a gap between me and another car, going into a hairpin. Do you think that they should go for a dive bomb? No, especially since we got a long race ahead of us. But when you go through life, you need to be able to take responsibility for things that even seem to not be your fault. And I'm going to go into detail for why I am partially to blame for any incident in this race. Okay. Um, Upon review, I realized my mistake. I'm turning in. The corner's there, but I can't turn in because he's there, not turning in. He's not turning in because he has too much momentum. He can't turn in. And I never even expected him to be there. I wasn't looking, right? I look before we get to the corner, okay, and I see, oh, he's way back there. I'm good. I don't have to worry about him going for an overtake. So I take the corner the way I know how. And I'm not going too hard because it's the first lap. My tires are cold, my brakes are cold, so I'm taking it easy. But here we are. All right, 5 laps later, we are. This is the start of lap 6. I had gotten into another incident that was, definitely my fault. I went off. 2 tires came off the track, and I lost a corner, and lost a handful of positions. But I fought my way back up. I chased down this Mercedes. He was seconds ahead of me, and I'm gonna try to pull away, but also not trying to push too hard. I didn't really get enough practice, and I realized that while I was doing these races. Now I want you to see something that's in error here. The track, the wall, I would say the wall is kind of pulling to the left, right? It's not perfectly straight, so I'm going further away from that apex, and then I just come all the way across, and I'm taking a late apex, and I'm not even realizing it. I'm feeling like I'm taking an early apex, but I'm really not. And that air, that's going to be the reason why I end up having incidents happening to me that are unnecessary. So here we are, same scenario, right? The car, I see it's back there, nowhere near alongside or anything. I have faith in my braking point. I have faith in my driving. I don't think I'm early or slow. But again, this car comes in real hot. I never even knew he would be there. And he was able to get it turned in a lot more than the other car. And he ends up making contact with me. We're making contact with each other into the corner. And now my car is tore up. And I'm stalling the engine. I'm losing all this time, these positions. I'm frustrated. And I ended up having to pit to fix the repairs. It took about more than a minute and a half because I had less straight line speed and less aero into the quick right-hander before this corner. So I really couldn't race. I was just losing positions even after this because the car was damaged too much. So here I'm going to give you every point of view to give you the full picture, right? Right, my apex is so late. I'm leaving a door open. There is a door there. Now, if he was able to get it turned in more and use more of all that apex there, we would have been fine. But we're not, It's still an incident nonetheless. And he's not nowhere alongside me. He is at fault. I don't care what you think or how you feel. You have to be alongside, right? At least by this point. Maybe by this point. Maybe even by this point. But not at the corner, like not at the apex. That's not safe driving. It's not predictable driving. At time like this, where would my focus be? It's navigating my way through the corner, right? I'm looking to the apex. I'm looking ahead. I'm not looking in my mirrors. And mind you, he wasn't even in my mirrors because I don't know if you drive, right? Whether it's sim racing, real racing, or just driving to work and whatnot. But when someone's on your rear quarter panel and got some space from it or whatever, they're in your blind spot, okay? And to get at the blind spot at race pace or in any scenario, at a moment like this, is just not going to work. However, I am understanding, like, I mean, there's a door there, go for it. But it's also something you could also think logically about and maybe tell yourself, no, maybe not now. I can get him at, I can tell I'm quicker than him. I was that far back, I can get him on the next lap. The race is 2 hours. So again, this is what I see. Look in the mirror, he's back there, okay? You're braking, you're looking into the corner. It's just not something you can be ready for. But that incident, that was the start of my race kind of just being over with. So I actually ended up coming out of pits early because, well, I didn't want to wait the whole time, but the tires are cold. And, you know, I tear up the back end of the car a little bit. But what really ended my race was contact with that Aston Martin up ahead. That, again, it wasn't my fault, but I need to figure out how we can avoid these things nonetheless, to the best of my ability. If I go through all this and I just keep blaming everybody else, then that means I'm not in control and there's nothing I can do. And that's not the right mindset to have. So all the way up to lap 25, caught up with this car, and, you know, he goes wide, bounces off the wall and into my car. I tried to avoid it, but if I'm honest, I was able to see, like, kind of the line he was taking, and, you know, that's why I was even able to react somewhat, but I should have been better. I shouldn't have been there in the first place. Look at me missing my pit box and everything, all frustrated. But, you know, I just, mind you, I'd already had been to that pit box earlier, so how I missed it is a wonder to me. I don't even remember missing it. I'm driving back out for it. Well, I think I just ended up seeing how the car felt and pulling it over. I don't know. But that race, it wasn't how I wanted to go at all. But again, every race is a chance to learn and grow to do better for the next one. And I only got one more shot to do this race, and it was actually I had two more chances. One was later in the day, but I missed it, so I had one more chance the very next day around 4 o'clock. This next race is a GT4 challenge race. It's 20 minutes, and this is an example of better driving. This is me moving in the right direction. I qualified 9th, but I ended up starting in 8th, I believe, because the driver didn't like show up. And well, we just had a good start, and we had to run away with it and try to win the race.
Car on your right side. Clear on the right side.
There's a wreck one. It looks like
Clear right.
that park there.
There's a car on your right side. Clear right.
Good job, man. Let's keep it up. hitting those marks. There's a wreck in turn 5. Looks like it's Jan Gap 2. Bernard heads now 0.8. Over here it's just 1:26.65. That last lap was 1:26.66.
On your left. Clear. Got a car on your left side. All clear to left.
The last lap was 1:28.76. Gotta slow down and get back some time here.
Got a car left. There's a car
It's my
on
fault,
your
sorry.
left side. Left side clear.
There's 15 minutes left.
Got a car on your left. All clear left.
Good pass. Drive away.
There's a car on your right side. The right side's clear.
Once that car had spun me around, I was pretty adamant on chasing him back down. I knew I was quicker than him, and I drove in a way that was almost like angrily fast. If you understand when you drive in a way that is quick because you're angry and you're just more focused, that's the manner that I was pushing this car, with the exception of tapping that wall.
Here. I think P1's gone off in 3. Okay, yellow.
Yep, there we go. Once I made it past my opponent, I cruised my way to the win. And once I got the win, I would think back on it and how I got it. And one thing that's really important is the fact that being faster than him wasn't even what I needed, right? Because he tore his car up. He didn't make a small error. I could have just stayed consistent and safe, and I would have won that race. So being safe and consistent is something that's obviously going to be important in any race, especially an endurance race. So I need to keep that up. And I have more issues that come my way, but again, if I learn and get sharper and sharper, I'm going to get better and better, and I can more consistently have good results like this.
Yes, good luck, mate. Make it clean.
Whoa, don't back up. Please stop backing up. Oh.
Rolling start here. Follow car 29.
Yo, something's binded wrong for you. Just stop. Just stop. You're definitely gonna back into my car. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's going on? Oh, goodness, dude. Honestly, this race, it doesn't matter where I started. It doesn't really matter where I finished. I'm just showing a few quick clips of this, you know, because just a few quick clips is all it really boils down to of what this race is. Me trying to avoid trouble, to stay out of trouble, but trouble just kept finding me. But again, the experience, it does help. It does help, you know. If I can expect these bad things from drivers, I'm going to be more prepared for it. I'm going to look out for it, and it encourages just more safer, more defensive driving, right? You have to expect the worst from the people around you, because if you expect them to be smarter, then you get caught up in something you don't want to get caught up in, and, you know, it would have been avoidable if you just, you know, if you give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, or if you don't give them the benefit of the doubt. If you don't have so much confidence in them, too much faith in them.
0.8. There's a wreck in turn 4. It looks like Richard.
Damn it, Richard!
Great job so far.
Still got fucking bookers in front of me, though.
Guy in front of us, car number.
Oh my
23,
gosh, there's
E-class
no
license.
way!
There's an incident in.
Now here we are on the second lap. This is a McLaren who didn't really like this late move from Bill Stein and BMW. I didn't see this, you know, in the race, but look at this. He tried to take him out intentionally, which is not what you're supposed to do on iRacing. Like, that's, if you know iRacing, if you use the surface, that's against the sporting code. You will get banned for that. Like, no, you do not do that.
Adams, car number 24, is now in the lead. Chuck is pitting 22. They'll come out right behind you.
There's a car on your left
man!
side, clear to your left.
There's a
Don't stall, don't stall, don't stall. Go, go, go.
Bruno. You have 7 incident points.
Again, another example of a move you shouldn't do. Just throwing your car in there, you know, at the apex. Because you got to make it happen now, right? You just got to make it happen right there. That's your last chance to overtake him.
Black flag. Caution. There's a wreck in turn 9. Looks like it's Chuck.
The man ball!
Left side, clear to your left.
His car is now driving in cursive. I served the drive-through penalty for having like 19 incident points. Because once you get over like 17, or I don't know, I think I had to serve a drive-through penalty. That's why I went through pit lane, and I just finished up the race. Or I decided to drive into pit and then changed my mind and came back out and did a drive-through for nothing. There's so many. It could be anything. Right after that, I was able to just get another win, pretty uncontested. I had one driver that kept up with me throughout the throughout the race. He stayed behind me like the whole time, but he didn't really like challenge me too much or anything. Like he would get close within like half a second behind me, but he never went for really any overtakes or anything. We kind of just drove our way around until we won. And then in the next race, I had a really good start on the first lap, avoided some crazy incidents just to get murdered in the final corner.
Go, go, go.
Got a car on your right side. Still there. To your right.
There's a wreck in turn 6. There's a big
Yeah, that's right.
The guy in front of us, Thomas.
I'm a fucking professional.
22. Good start here. Keep it up. There's an incident in turn 7. I think it might be Tingle.
Car on your left. All clear to left.
There's an accident in turn 9.
Side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear to your left.
The next car is in. The rating is 0.2.
My God!
There's a wreck in turn 14. It looks like Andrews. Fire back up, man. We're gonna need to pit for repairs here.
There's no way, man! If you ever decide to start using iRacing, or if you do use iRacing, I want to reinforce it is important that you get a good amount of practice, because you can't really underestimate how badly you can fuck up when you don't know what you're doing. It's so easy to think it's not going to be you,
No way, man!
yeah, or that it can't be you, that will ruin someone's race or whatever. But it can be you, because it's got to be somebody. So a day later, I did one more race, the endurance race, 2 hours around the Adelaide Street Circuit, GT4s and LMP3s, and you can only guess, right? 2 ways, really, maybe 3 ways, a couple ways of how it went, right? Oh, it's either I was able to win the race, or was I even able to at least finish the race, or did I not finish the race and wreck out somehow, or get too many incident points? Well, I won that, John. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I won, right? I didn't just finish, right? Which is all I really care for, but I won, right? I wanted to get safety rating for the most part, because you can get a lot of safety rating in these longer races, right, if you stay out of trouble. But I won. Not only did I win, but I qualified on pole. Not only did I qualify on pole, but I had the fastest lap, and I was consistent throughout the entire race. Well, no, I had some slow laps. I think it was times where I was messing up, but still, like I did good, okay? And I'm going to glaze myself. I'm going to hype myself up. Like I'm very proud of this, right? It was the first endurance race that I've ever won. albeit it's not really
only
all
two
that
classes,
long.
GT4
It's only 2
and
hours,
LMP.
but still, like most people, they can even race clean for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, right? Let alone 2 hours, right? So I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it. Oh, and on top of that, I can't help but feel amazing about it because I did the whole thing without getting a single incident point. No 0x, right? So it's just a perfect race, and you can't get it to get any better than that. A grand slam across the board, right? Uncontested. I don't even think I got overtaken. But if I did,
He's out of the way.
I was able to get the position back before the end of the lap. I led every lap. So upload the full race just to add more content. And shout out to Mike Lane. He was a driver in the LMP3 class that I was chopping it up with. So it was good vibes all around. I think it was some funny moments hearing like people get into other incidents on track and like hearing them like rage, like we all do, because it's very frustrating, very disappointing, especially in a longer race. You got to be boiling hot over getting in an incident that was completely avoidable. Like you're lapping a lapped car and they brake because they're trying to let you by, and really they're just being unpredictable and unsafe, and without even trying to be, just unintentionally. So things like that happen to people, and luckily it didn't happen to me. And I think some of the trouble that I've gotten into in other races helped me stay out of trouble for as long as I did. And believe me, I was close to getting some incident points. There's probably a time where I bumped a wall and probably should have got a 2x or something, but I still came away really good.
Gap to car number 18 behind us now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. 3.5 would it be? Or is that real? I'll be having a license in no time. Yeah. Next, and then we can get 1,000 iRating too. Let's go.